Hey guys, this is going to be number 3, the false Trinity already working here. We left off, remember we were talking about the mirror images and how positive and negative, and there's different groups and they kept records, and this like this yin and yang, and you see the different balance, and like I talked about how all things, you can't help how people use them, or if they dedicate it to a different God or a different belief than you. All you can do is look at it from your belief system. You can look at it from a scientific standpoint, a standpoint of truth and knowledge. And you can always look at the science and things, mathematics, all that stuff. It doesn't mean you're worship it to look at this stuff, guys. I mean, how else are you going to learn? Moses, they said, was studied in the occult. That meant he was learned. Not that he practiced it, but he was learned. Just like you're supposed to know your surroundings and know your environment. That's the first rule of survival. So know what's going on around you. If you know what the enemy does, then you know what's coming at you, guys. Okay? We got to be watching out here. We got to be woke up. You see, you got different signs. You can put your astrological signs in here. You can put the elements. Alchemy can be put in here. And Hitler was going around, when you guys read, and he was going around to the monks and all these different religions all over the world, all over all the pyramids, and a lot of them that you don't hear about. And what he was doing in the Antarctic, and how he was launching a submarine base from there, and the different things. Okay, and then how he had it flipped. See, there's two sides like the mirror, and he was running the other side, just like the lightning bolts. You guys had 2 lightning bolts, and a lightning bolt in numeric value, each one is a 6, and they were waiting for that third Reich, which would have been Antichrist coming. You see what I mean? That's what they were setting up, the system. They were trying to bring back that race of giants, the true Aryan race. He wanted to bring the purity back, just like you guys see giants out there. That's what he was trying to do, one of the things, and he was trying to fix things, as in a sense of to his control. He knew about the ley lines and stuff under the earth. He knew about the history of the giants and where they were. And that's just what he was collecting all over the world. And he was forcing people and scientists to work. And you guys read about that. The rest of it he was doing with the true Jews. He was doing experiments and stuff on them. He didn't want them. He wanted his seed. He wanted the seed line off the Eth Ha-Adam, which is the bloodline that Christ was going to come through. Hitler wanted that seed. And we find a lot of those in Russia. Not everybody. I'm not saying that the people there are evil. Just like we have evil people all over the world, no matter who you are or what color you are or whatever the case is. But the fact still stands that there's a lot of crooked people in every place. And some of them happen to be that bloodline that left from the garden. It doesn't make them evil person. Everyone still has a choice, just like Hitler chose to be evil. He knew about the ley lines, guys, and then the pyramid, and read about Napoleon when he, what he said about when he come out. He was like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And there's some other stuff, but he went and he knew about Babylon. He knew about the portals being opened up. That Solomon was opening up spiritual portals. That the manipulation that Solomon used. See, Solomon was kind of funny in a way, because he would manipulate the spirits, but which was not good. But he was wise in the way that he did it, in the way that that's what I mean by funny, is the spirits, when they would come to him, they never knew if he was gonna cast them out and send them back to God, or whether he was going to have them go do something. So he kind of dabbled in stuff, but he had many wives, and you guys read about that stuff. God does not like that. That's sorcery, and that's looking for other things and familiar spirits. And I'll probably do a video on familiar spirits, and we'll talk about them words and sorceries and a little bit here in the future after I get the other stuff. You guys, just geometry and the pyramid and the structure and time, astronomy. What there's signs and there's constellations, and when these signs are in certain constellations, you guys, it's saying what season it is and what time it is, and that's just going to be there. You know, with summertime you're going to see these, wintertime you're going to see these. And these will be, that's what they meant, moving out of one age and moving into another also, because we're traveling, and you got to learn about the galactic cross. And just like December, what we just passed, that was an event. Yeah, it happens, but this 2012 was a special event, you guys. That only happens every 26,000 and so years. That's telling you we're very close to that exact same time when the Garden of Eden was going on. That's what that's telling you. But Hitler was grabbing all that information, you guys, and just like we talked about these groups, you can go out and look, and some of them, like, they started out to be good, and some people put their hands one way. See, the Night of the Christians mark. Then you got the Masons going the other way, and you got these positive for negatives everywhere you go, you see. So you got to look, and especially when you guys read about this stuff right here, and look who was in and found out what was going on. Look at history, and then you say, might answer a lot of questions as to what's missing or what's not being told in schools, because that's one of the areas of control. And the four hidden dynasties is in control right now, you guys, of people that are not good. Education, economy, religion, economics, in different places. And if you read about, like, where the Joker come from, and these surgeons way back when cut this boy's face up, and he grew up like that. But you guys, people in the music industry were trying to tell you, they cried out in their lyrics. People, if you pay attention, if you watch TV, I don't very much, hardly ever anymore. I don't do those things a whole lot. I just find my time doing other stuff and trying to help people the best I can. Because I know we're running out of time, guys, and we need to wake people up. And for those you guys already know all this stuff or are just learning, don't freak out about it. These are tales. God's in control. He's on the throne. He promised to be with us. He'll guide us through this. That we were going into captivity, but He would take care of us. He's not going to leave us. He's not going to forsake us, you guys. He's going to be right here with us. And these things are all around you, and if you haven't looked, it's every toy in the store. Look at the clothing groups, and you can't run around and try to scream this to people and say, look at this, because you really turn out to be like a nut. So my best advice to you is, when you see something, don't talk about it unless you know that it's proof it can be documented and that these things can be seen. And don't try to, some people don't want to be woke up. And some people, it's shocking, and it changes their belief system. And when that person will go and set out and start looking at this stuff, and they see it's in one thing after another, it kind of makes them question and think, well, is this really it? And that's what the propaganda is, you guys, on TV and everything. It's that, could it be everywhere? Huh? No, come on. And you see it here. No, that couldn't be. It's getting you used to the idea, and that's why it's in cartoons and children's stuff. And so when you see these things, you're more comfortable with it non-consciously already. There's more to visualization in what you put in your mind than what you think, guys. There's these markers that we got. We're back up here. That was it. And I'm about out of time for this one. I think this is going to be it for until I can get another one put together. But I just want you guys to go and look. Like, this is Moloch. Remember, guys, talk to God. Look, they had child sacrifice. This is all God worship and times and markers and for stuff coming up, you guys. And that's what these occult groups are doing. So you better be on the ball and keep watch. I love you guys. Bye.